Welcome! This video is for all parents interested in homeschooling in the state of Georgia. So I will be explaining all of the homeschool laws and requirements in Georgia, how to file the Declaration of Intent, record keeping, graduation requirements, enrolling in a public school after homeschooling if necessary, plus amazing resources essential for homeschoolers in Georgia. And after watching this, if you still have any questions whatsoever, please don't hesitate to message me. I have put my email in the description and I would love to chat with you. Parents or guardians wishing to homeschool their children in the state of Georgia are required to do the following. First, you must have a high school diploma or a GED. Or you may employ a tutor who has a high school diploma or a GED to teach your children. So you must provide an academic program including all 5 areas of content: English language arts, math, science, history, and reading. You may also include other areas of academic content. You must submit a declaration of intent to the Georgia Department of Education, either within 30 days after you establish your homeschool program or by September 1st. You must teach for at least 180 days per year or no less than 4.5 hours per day. Be sure that your child takes nationally standardized tests every 3 years after they complete the 3rd grade. Write yearly progress assessment reports for each subject while making sure these reports are kept for no less than 3 years. I have put a link in the description where you can find more in-depth information about the Georgia homeschool laws and requirements. So you will be required to submit your declaration of intent to the Georgia Department of Education. I have put the link in the description where you can find this form. Your declaration of intent must include the following: a list of the names, ages, homeschool address, and school year dates of all homeschooled children. 180 instructional days are required. Use the actual date you will begin teaching your children at home as the beginning date and count forward to reach at least 180 days. If your child started the school year in a public or private school, that time can be counted as part of the 180-day requirement. While filling out your declaration of intent, keep in mind the following. Fields with a red asterisk are required. At the bottom of the form, you will notice the Submit Your Declaration of Intent button. After clicking this, a screen will show up with a parent signature line and a date of submittal line. Your declaration of intent should be submitted each year that you homeschool your children. And be sure to have a printed copy of the declaration form that you submitted, as it is the only legal proof you will have of homeschooling in Georgia, as well as the only form of proof of educational enrollment required for work permits, driver's permits, and more. It is recommended to submit your declaration of intent digitally through the link I have provided in the description. However, if you want, you may also submit it by mail, email, or fax. If your child is currently enrolled in a public school in Georgia, be sure to formally withdraw them from the school after you submit your declaration of intent. So the only legal requirement needed to submit in the state of Georgia is the declaration of intent. However, it is most definitely not the only homeschool tracking item you will need. In the future, if you want your children to apply to college, move back to a public school, or enlist in the military, it is essential that you have records kept of your homeschooling activities. It is highly recommended that you keep an organized portfolio of your homeschool records. Here are some examples of what you may want to include in your homeschool records: standardized test scores taken while your children are homeschooled, their curriculum overview, assignment samples that your children completed, tests, quizzes, written work, projects, progress reports, and detailed transcripts for high schoolers. Parents are actually given the authority to decide for themselves their child's graduation requirements and administer their own high school diploma. And as you progress with your homeschooling journey, you will learn more about your child's career goals and passions. Keep this in mind as you plan their coursework. Here is the graduation protocol for homeschoolers in Georgia. You determine when your child has fulfilled their graduation requirements and are able to issue their own diploma. Homeschool children in Georgia do not require testing for graduation. You are able to create your students' high school transcripts, including any information that you want colleges, future organizations, or military enlistment to see. You may assign credits to classes, but you don't have to. It is up to you. If your child is at least 16 years old, does not have a high school diploma from an accredited high school, and is not enrolled in a public school, they may take the General Education Diploma Test. The homeschooling journey will not always be the best option for all families. And it is always smart to keep in mind that your situation may change in the future and be prepared for it. If at any point throughout your homeschooling journey you wish to re-enroll your child in a public school, there are no legal requirements for doing this in the state of Georgia. You may do this at any time that feels right for you and your family. There will, however, be various ways of assessment specific to each school district, your child's grade level, and their subject placement. So be sure to get in contact with the school district you wish to enroll your child in order to find out their specific requirements, how they handle transfers of credits completed, and more. Again, this is why it is important to keep your homeschool records organized, just in case there is a change in plan. Maybe you have already finalized your decision to homeschool your children in Georgia, or maybe you're still thinking about it. First, our team at Time for Homeschool is always here to help you, whether it be with making decisions or providing support throughout your entire homeschooling journey. If you have any questions at any point, please don't hesitate to message me. I have put my email in the description. In the description, I have linked a variety of must-read blogs to help with your homeschooling journey in the state of Georgia. I also recommend you subscribe to our YouTube channel because, like always, I am posting valuable content and videos to help you throughout your journey. Now, Time for Homeschool has some amazing homeschool programs in the state of Georgia, or you can join virtually, your choice. So I have put a link in the description to learn more about our homeschool support and STEAM program, as well as a link to learn more about our STEAM Club after-school program. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope this helped clear things up. And again, we are always here to help you.